morning and welcome to Unity Spiritual Center, RGV, Sunday morning online service. We are very happy to have you here with us today. Unity is a positive path for spiritual living. We are a love-based spiritual community, and Unity offers a lot of tools to help you in your spiritual unfolding. If you'd like to learn more about Unity, I invite you to visit our website, unityrgv.org, or go to the national one, unity.org, where you can find a lot of things to help you in your spiritual unfolding. Once again, thank you for being here and enjoy the service. Today's announcements are the same as last week. The classes that take place on Tuesday night at 7 and Thursday at 6:30, the ARE, and the 8 o'clock, the group meditation. And the other announcement is about the annual meeting, which we will not be having. And so the board has decided to just continue the memberships as they were and the board as it is. But if you'd like to join the board, there is room for one or two more people. All you have to do is just let us know. We can vote you in and you can serve the remainder of whatever term this would be until we have another annual meeting, at which time then you would have to run in order to be in. But in the meantime, you could be in if you would like to serve on the board. So that's all the announcements we have for today. I would like to begin this morning by inviting you to take a deep centering breath. And maybe another one. Bring it into your heart space. And I'm going to ask you to think this week about peace, about harmony, about unity, about uniting the United States of America as we move from one president to the next. Let us affirm that the week will go by peacefully, and the transition will happen peacefully, and that we can begin the road of coming back together as one nation under God, as it says, indivisible. But right now we're kind of divided, and we need to reunite ourselves and refocus on the greater purpose that we're here to do. And so I invite you to just keep thoughts of harmony and peace and unity close to your heart all week long as we move forward through this week. Join me with Unity's invocation, which is shared around all the centers around the globe. There is only one presence and one power active in the universe and in my life, God the good, omnipotent. information and vision, I'd like to change it up just a little bit. As most of you may know, I am now the treasurer of the board of Unity South Central, which is the larger organization of which we are a part of. And it includes something like 13 states. There's 115 ministries that are members of it. I'd like to share with you because it's ours, vision and mission statement from the region. The vision is celebrating a world transformed through a global movement of spiritual awakening. And the mission is to consciously cultivate innovation in ministry. Unity Spiritual Center, RGV, is an expanding center of the Christ light, minded to attract its good and radiate good to others. Centered in God, we express the indwelling Christ.
As we start this time of inner reflection, let's begin by getting comfortable. Remove all objects from your lap, place your feet on the floor, and sit up comfortably in your chair. Relax the muscles in your face, shoulders, arms, hands, and fingers. Feel your hips, legs, feet, and toes relax as well. Relax any areas of tension you feel in your body. Take a deep, centering breath. Slowly inhale, gently hold for a few seconds, and then slowly exhale. Repeat a few times. Focus on your inhalation and exhalation as you continue to relax your body. Gently breathe in and out. Just relax and breathe naturally. You now feel the increased sense of relaxation to your body with every breath. Feel calmness and peace wash over you. Now let's center our attention to the daily word for today, which is dream. Our Bible verse is from Joel 2:28 and reads, "Your sons and your daughters shall prophesy. Your old men shall dream dreams, and your young men shall see visions." Today's affirmation is, I turn my dreams into reality. Let's say that together once. I turn my dreams into reality. Our message for today reads, some of the most audacious, bold, history-making events began as dreams, born in the imagination of those who understood the promise and potential of humanity and worked to realize their vision. Even if my dreams do not change the world, they have the power to change my life. Today, I remember those dreams were fueled by their hard work, faith, and determination. I look to their example when my dreams feel far away and I'm running low on hope. I rekindle my dreams through my imagination, which keeps them vivid. My strength helps me remain committed to their realization, and my zeal renews my enthusiasm to work toward creating the life and the world of my dreams. Now let's close our eyes and take these words and this affirmation into the silence.
I love the silence down in my soul. I love the silence down in my soul. I love the silence down in my soul. And the whole wide world is my home. I've got a new day down in my soul. I've got a new day down in my soul. I've got a new day down in my soul. And the whole wide world is my home.
Hi, good morning, Unity of Rio Grande Valley. Deborah Cole, licensed Unity teacher, here today with you in my home, and I'm so happy to invite you in. It's good to be with you again. Today we're going to talk about peace, something that's weighed heavily, well, or maybe lightly, on my mind in the past week or so. Peace. It's you might know it as one of our songs in Unity, the peace song, Let There Be Peace on Earth. I used to think that this was a Unity song written by a Unity minister or a congregant somewhere. But after looking it up, I actually found out in that ultimate source of all information, Wikipedia, that the peace song was written in 1955 by a woman named Jill Jackson Miller. She was born in 1913. She was originally a radio artist, a radio star, and then appeared in some early movies with the Three Stooges, if you remember them. And she had a horrible thing that happened in her life, a trauma. She was divorced from someone that she deeply loved and was suicidal and felt like she just couldn't go on. But yet something came from within her, some words and some music that became the peace song. And the peace song has been performed in just about every Unity church internationally. It's been performed in the White House by choirs. It's performed at Christmas time. It's not known as a Unity song, although we've sort of adopted it as our own. And I know that there's so many other things to talk about now, but peace, the word peace just kept coming into my head over the past week, and I felt like I wanted to share that with you today. So we're going to look at the words of the peace song. I know we sing them weekly, but if you're like me, sometimes we just mouth the words, we go through the music, we enjoy it, and we don't really listen deeply to what those words have to say. So the first stanza is, let there be peace on earth, let it begin with me, let there be peace on earth, the peace that was meant to be. So of course it's called the peace song, easier just to call it the peace song. But what is peace? What does it mean? Naturally, we think we know what peace is, but the word peace is used in all kinds of ways. I can remember when my children were young thinking, maybe even saying, let me have some peace. Please just give me some peace and quiet. So at that point, I meant go away from me, leave me on my own, let it be quiet, let it be silent. The dictionary defines it as the absence or freedom from disturbance. It also says it's tranquility, calmness, law, and order. It can also be a greeting. You might have been greeted by someone, or you may do it yourself, saying, peace, peace, sister, peace, brother. And in the olden days, people that wanted to silence someone would say, peace, be still. And then in our modern vernacular, you might have heard somebody say as they're leaving, as a goodbye, peace out. Well, the metaphysical meaning of the word peace is harmony and tranquility derived from awareness of the Christ consciousness. So there we have harmony, which is getting along, and tranquility, which is calm and easy, but it's derived, the source, important word, is Christ consciousness. It's very, very personal. Peace can be something on a bigger scale, but it's also something very personal. So it looks as though the words seeking peace and harmony include the world, which I believe a writer meant maybe all others. But there's a very quick and immediate prayer in our peace song, an acknowledgement saying, let there be peace in the world, all out there, but let it begin with me. Now this is a very basic unity teaching. Although we're one, we're connected, we're unified, we're all brothers and sisters in the love of God, we have control over ourselves, our attitudes, our thoughts, our own personal peace. And this is a choice. It's an attitude of how we act and react, and it comes from that Christ consciousness within. Again, this is the words we're talking about are not just the unity song, but it speaks to so many of the teachings of Charles and Myrtle Fillmore. Let there be peace on earth and let it begin with me. It doesn't just mean that we have control over the world, but we do have control over ourselves rather than anyone else, and that control is a choice. So metaphysically, control, which sometimes we think of as a negative word, but control means ability to have dominion over. Metaphysically, control in our lives is accomplished when all the forces of man come in touch with the divine will and understanding. This means that the beauty of what people say and do are directly in harmony with divine will and understanding. This big ship that we're driving on a daily basis and navigating our life is solely run on the engine of the divine, the Christ within. So the lines indicate that we're yearning for peace, the lines of the song, and it can begin with me. Interesting thought. Sometimes we think of peace being controlled by political forces, by governmental bodies, by something much bigger. But this can be just little old me. I have a part in this, in my corner of the universe. I don't have to lead big groups. I don't have to speak to conventions. I don't have to be on podcasts. I don't have to write books. I don't have to be a big name in the universe. In my corner, peace can begin with me. And how can it begin? What are some small ways? Well, there's self-kindness. Let it truly begin with me. Self-kindness, self-compassion. A kind act. Something that we don't expect anything in return. We just perform a kind act. A heartfelt thank you to someone that may not be expecting it. Letting go of annoyances and being kind. Waiting in line, feeling like you're tapping your foot. When is this line going to move at the grocery store? Well, just calming and being peaceful, and then being kind to that person that's checking everyone out and may not have gotten a thank you or a kind word. Generosity, another way to be kind, to be peaceful. Listening to someone that is having a bad day or a bad time. A smile, just a smile. Not participating in negative talk. When all of that drama starts going with negative talk, being the one that doesn't participate and just going to a place of peace. And then practicing loving kindness for all of mankind on a daily basis. That's our part. Doesn't mean to say we don't acknowledge our feelings, sometimes of anger or frustration. We do have those feelings, and it's important to acknowledge those, but not acting on them, doing something that is peaceful and kind. And then peace on earth, the peace that was meant to be. Unity teachings, Charles and Myrtle Fillmore, Eric Butterworth, even Reverend Tommy, remind us that we're born knowing all these things. Knowing, and not in a learned, mature, knowledgeable sense, but the knowing, the birthright, the knowing that comes with us at birth. That knowledge is there, that God is love. And in remembering it, God is love, God is ever present, God is the one power and the one presence in the universe. Love, joy, and peace, pure and simple. And this one power and the one presence is nothing but peace, the peace that was meant to be. And in the Bible, Jesus said, "Peace I leave with you, peace I give unto you." And that's in John 14:27. The peace that Jesus was talking about was divine harmony, the divine tranquility coming from the awareness, the Christ consciousness within. The peace that was meant to be, irrefutable. So until world peace is based on the divine law, and this law incorporated into a pact of peace, as well as into the minds of those who negotiate this peace, there may not be permanent peace. So what we can do is just our part. What we're talking about today is the peace that begins with us. So while we don't see sometimes peace outside of us, peace going, as we would define it, peace going on in the world, peace can begin with us. It was peace that was meant to be individually. So the next stanzas are with God as our Father. And this is how they were written. With God as our Father, brothers all are we. Let me walk with my brother in perfect harmony. And sometimes those words are changed from God to Creator. You'll hear that sung. And brothers to family. You'll hear that sung. And so individual groups and choirs and congregations will tweak the words a little bit to suit what is meaningful to them. So the essence of the stanzas, no matter what the words are, is that we are one. When it says we are brothers, we are family, we are one. And the prayer that we always want to walk with our brothers, with our family, in perfect harmony, is the deepest prayer, the deepest request. Can you think of someone, I can, or a group that we simply don't feel like we can walk with in harmony? I don't want to talk to that person. I don't want to listen to that person. I don't want to read what that person's got to say. I don't want to be around that person. I don't want to be associated with them. But what we can do is acknowledge those feelings and then send love and send peace to that person. We don't have to agree with what they say, with what they do, but it is possible to embrace love and embrace peace in our hearts and hold them there too. So the next stanzas are, let peace begin with me. Let this be the moment now. With every step I take, let this be my solemn vow. When can we start? Now, right now. And if we don't feel peaceful or we can't send out peace, then start again. Almost like meditation. In meditation, when your mind starts to wander and you bring it back to the breath and start again, it's the same with peace. I'm not feeling peaceful right now. I'm seeing things that don't seem very peaceful. Taking a breath, let peace begin with me. Let this be the moment. Let this be the moment. Over and over, again and again, the knowing that every thought, every act does make a difference. The vibration of that feeling, of that peace, does go out and does make a difference. And then as we end the song, to take each moment, live each moment in peace eternally. Another admonition, let there be peace on earth. Yes, we want that to happen. I believe everyone does. Let there be peace on earth, and let it begin with me. Reaffirming that we do things moment by moment, in every small act, in every small bite. Let it begin with me. Take each moment, live each moment, breathe through each moment, be peaceful in each moment. And if we don't remember any of all of this, just remember the last two lines. Let there be peace on earth, and let it begin with me. Sometimes we can't affect peace or anything in the big ways we'd like to have happen. I want this to happen instantly. I want turmoil to go away. I want hate to go away. I want there to be peace. I want everybody to embrace each other. That we cannot affect happen in the moment we want it, but in this moment, in this very moment, we can let peace begin with us. It's as simple as that. So today I leave you with a blessing for peace in your life, in your community, and in our world. Thank you, dear ones. I'll see you soon.
Thank you so much for that message, Debbie. Now comes a time in our service when we offer our tithes and our gifts to our spiritual community with great gratitude for having it, Unity RGV. So we take our tithes in our hands, in our mental, in our minds, and we say, divine love through me blesses and multiplies all that I am, all that I have, all that I give, and all that I receive.
blessed by your hand, God. I'll give it back to you. Everything I give, every thought that's true, is magnified in kind, God. I'll give it back to you.
Thank you very much for joining us today at our Unity RGV online service. We welcome you again next week to join us, and we look forward to the time we can get back together sometime, hopefully not too far away, once we start getting more and more vaccinations and this trend starts going in the other direction. We hopefully will be able to get back together sometime in the fairly near distant, not too distant future. So we close with our prayer of protection. The light of God surrounds us, the love of God enfolds us, the power of God protects us, the presence of God watches over us. Wherever we are, God is, and all is well. Have a blessed week, and let's pray for peace in the United States of America.